Welcome to my vegan kitchen, and guess what we're gonna make today? Vegan fried chicken, and we're gonna use oyster mushrooms. So a lot of you have been asking for a demo on how do I make the fried chicken, the vegan fried chicken from oyster mushrooms. So here we go. This is gonna be a really nice and easy, quick demo. So let's do it, guys. All right, the first thing we want to do is get our pot, our skillet, whatever we're going to fry the oyster mushrooms in, nice and hot. So for this, and you guys don't have to use a wok, but I do like the shape of the wok because it's deeper, so I can put more oil in there and just get more crispiness around the oyster mushrooms. So we're going to turn our flame on to hot. Normally I do use a cast iron skillet, but like I said, I just want more deepness of oil. I am going to pour a whole lot of oil in this pot. So probably the whole bottle, honestly. I think there was probably 3/4 of a bottle of oil in here. We're just gonna pour the whole thing in because like I said, I really wanna get it deep fried and nice and crispy. Oh look, some was left over. All right, so while that heats up, we're going over here. And, well, you know what? Let me show you first. Our oyster mushrooms. This is the star of the show. This is what oyster mushrooms basically look like. And this is a beautiful cluster of oyster mushrooms. I have quite a few here. I have like 3 clusters. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use the whole thing because, yeah, maybe I should have checked before I started this video. I don't think I have enough flour. So let's get it in the bowl and see. If not, I might just do 2 clusters, but it will be enough for you to see the demo on how to do these fried oyster mushrooms. Now guys, when I first heard about this, I couldn't believe it. I said, they're lying. Even though I'm vegans, I think vegans are crazy, and I'm like, they're crazy. They ain't about to make this mushroom taste like chicken. Until I did it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I would never go back. I will never go back. So what I'm doing, basically, I'm cutting the mushroom at the base, so it will be almost like a chicken thigh. So I'll get all of that in there, and then there's that piece right there, and then there. This one might be a little thick, so let's go in and cut it one more time. And so when that fries, it's gonna be like a thigh. This poor little mushroom is gonna fall off, but we'll use that. We'll keep that on the side. And I think I'm going to do one more. Let's do this one. Let's do part there. That's like a thigh, and one more piece. Okay, I think that's enough for dinner. That's a lot, but I think that should be enough for dinner. Okay, and we're gonna save this one. I'm probably gonna do another video showing you how to air fry this, but let's put this one away on the side. Now, in these 2 bowls, we're gonna do a dry batter and a wet batter. For my wet batter, I'm gonna use the Just Egg. Guys, if you can't find this, you don't have to use a Just Egg. In the past, I've used just plant-based milk. I just put a little plant-based milk in here, enough to, be able to dip the mushrooms in and season it with paprika, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. In this bowl, I'm gonna use flour. Now, if you can't find a Just Egg, I'll give you some substitutes. You could always do flax meal, which is just ground up flax seeds and some water. When you get it to a nice eggy consistency, that kind of like thick but not too watery consistency, you can use that to dip your oyster mushrooms in. Or like I said, you could also use plain plant-based milk. You just need something wet and seasoned for it to be in. So I'm gonna use all of this right here. I'm gonna use all of this flour because I always say I like to use more than less because I don't want to run out of flour. And in this bowl, I'm probably gonna use half of the Just Egg, the container. Okay, and then I'm gonna season it. Remember, you season all of your batters. So some paprika. And this is smoked paprika that I'm using. And in this, some garlic powder, okay? And salt. I'm gonna grind up a lot of salt so we can season both. I'm gonna put salt and some black pepper. Black pepper. okay? Now, for my mushrooms, I'm gonna season them a little bit also. Not too much, but just enough to get some flavor within them. So I'm seasoning with salt all over the mushrooms. Then I'm gonna do garlic powder. I don't know why I like to go in that order. I'm gonna do garlic powder, to get some flavor deep down in there. And then we're gonna do the paprika. Paprika is gonna give it some nice flavor also. Flip them over. Some paprika on that side, on that side. Come on, paprika, what's going on? And on that side. And that's all the seasoning you really need to do on the mushrooms. I'm probably gonna use my hand for all of this. Let me get a spoon really quickly. Turn the flame down to a medium on the oil, and let me just mix that flour batter together. This is my dry batter. Just incorporate all the seasoning. And now I'm gonna go in the wet batter and just mix the egg, the vegan egg batter together so that's nice and seasoned. And that's it. We have our seasoned mushrooms, wet batter, dry batter. I'm gonna transfer everything over to this side so we just have an assembly line going and we get right into the oil, okay? Okay, we're back. So I brought the tongs just for you guys, but you're gonna use the tongs at home because I want you to be safe. But you know I move fast and I have to use my hand. I'm gonna just dip, 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 and I'm in, okay? So let's get this nice big juicy one in here first. I'm dipping it into the vegan egg batter, and see I got it nice and juicy. And then I'm dipping it right into the flour and get the flour all the way on it. You don't have to double dip this batter. That's it. Drop it in. The oil is nice and hot. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Same thing here. This is so easy. Guys, I just want you to understand, you know, a lot of people get things confused and they're just like, well, it's vegan food and how do I cook vegan food? Just think of it like if you were making chicken. If you were frying chicken, you'd be doing the same thing, right? You'd be batter, wet batter, dry batter, and you fry your chicken. It's the same concept. You're seasoning everything and you're frying everything. It's the same concept, guys. You know, we're overthinking it. All right, we're gonna let those fry up, and then I'm gonna come back, and I think I'll show you what it looks like while it's frying, how golden it comes, okay? Let me go wash my hands, and we'll come right back. All right, so let me show you what it looks like. We're gonna flip it over. So one side has fried. We're just gonna flip that baby over, flip that one over, and flip this one over. You can't tell me that don't look like fried chicken. And we're just gonna let it golden brown just like this side did. And that's it, we take it out. And guess what? After this, we'll taste it, because you know that's my favorite part. And tasting me some fried oyster mushrooms is divine. So stay with me. The fried oyster mushroom is done. Now look at that. It looks exactly like fried chicken, and honestly, it tastes like fried chicken. The texture of oyster mushroom when fried has the texture of like chicken thighs. So if you're ever wondering, but it's kind of mushy, like, no, it's not mushy like the traditional mushrooms you're used to. It has like that texture like thighs, basically. So I'm gonna let that cool a second because I am gonna have my dinner now, and I'm gonna have it with what I made was a baked Korean sweet potato. So I baked that earlier because I wanted to make sure that I was ready for dinner when this was done. So my baked Korean sweet potato, which you could get in a lot of supermarkets now, and I made some steamed cabbage. So I made some basic steamed cabbage. I put a little bit of carrots in there, as you can see, because if you're gonna eat this fried, you're gonna have to have a little bit of vegetables. So, and that's that. And I know y'all waiting. Y'all like, we don't wanna see that. We wanna see the chicken. Okay, here we go. I was just trying to let it cool down a little bit. So let me find a piece that has cooled down. This little piece right here, I'm gonna try because I think that's cooled down. But you know what? I think you guys want to see like when I break it open what it looks like. Ooh, that's hot. All right, let's use this one. This one doesn't feel as hot. So look, it's burning me. Okay, see, that's what it looks like. When you break it open, it's like thighs. It's like chicken thighs. It's beautiful, beautiful. The texture is beautiful. I'm gonna taste it. It's crunchy. Once you have these, you will never ever miss fried chicken ever again. Oh my God, this is so good. One more piece. It's hot and tasty. I love it, I love it, I love it. Give me a second. I'm sorry, God. All right. That's it. That's how easy it is to make. I know it sounds crazy and complicated, right? Oyster mushroom turned into chicken. It's that easy. Just do it like how you would fry your regular fried chicken, but it's just oyster mushrooms. Easy, simple. It was quick from start to finish. Again, if you don't have the just egg substitute, you could always use flax meal with some water. Just mix it together till it gets a nice thick gummy kind of consistency. Dip your oyster mushrooms in, and that's your batter. Or you could just use plant-based milk. Just remember to season everything. Season your wet batter, season your dry batter, and you're good to go. That's it, guys. We did another recipe. I hope you learned something here, and I hope you try this recipe because it's so good. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time in my vegan kitchen. Bye.